What's good, y'all? T in this thing. All right, first and foremost, happy freaking New Year's. We are in 20. Like, it just sounds like a futuristic sound rolling off my tongue. But anyway, so yes, happy New Year's. I hope everyone has some good goals. I know I do, and I'm ready to implement those. But also, we have quite a few new homies and friends. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Tasha, but we all cool here, so call me T. We're gonna be doing a lot of photography, video, all that jazz. But today, we're doing something new called Figure It Out Friday. And that's basically things that I had to freaking figure out because I wasn't thinking properly as far as photography or video goes. So, like, for example, today we're talking about green screen and photography. So, just a little backstory. This was the end of December. Somebody wanted me to do some maternity photos. And, I'm down for it. So, of course I did. I'm asking, like, do you have anything planned? And she said, I was thinking maybe like a green screen to have like a golden background, which was cool. I had no problem. I'm like, okay. But keep in mind, something that I didn't figure out, that didn't click, is you don't need to have a green screen for photography, right? Now, of course, there's a whole bunch of different ways, so if that's what you want to do, if it makes it easier to kind of isolate the colors and things like that, you definitely can, but it's not something that you need to have unless you're just trying to have, like, a green background, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, you definitely don't need to have a green screen for pictures. But, if you're trying to obviously isolate the background in video and, change everything like that, yes, have a freaking green screen. But don't make the mistake I did in having a green screen with photography. So let's jump into Photoshop and let me just tell you and show you what I'm talking about. Oh, and also keep in mind, the pictures, well, my green screen is, I don't even really know like the width and all that, but it's not, there was 6 people, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. There was like 5 people. So it was like her and her husband and her kids. And my green screen wasn't that large. So some of the pictures, the positioning is horrible. It's like the green screen and like outside the green screen. I'm like, I'll just crop it in, which sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Yeah. So obviously these are the ones that I did, right? So you can kind of see the before and afters on this. So these are just a few, right? But let's just talk about how bad this looks right now. Look at the green screen, like on the side and stuff. But in my head, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I got it all planned out in my head, so I thought. But let me just show you the easier way on how you can do it because we're gonna fix it. All right, so we're just gonna create a whole new situation. So let me show you what I did. I'm just gonna import, I don't know, let me just get a random one. All right, whatever, random picture. Put that into Photoshop, right? 20 years later, you got the rainbow cookie going on. Also, with this Fix It Friday, I don't think it's gonna be an every week thing. It might be, but as of now, it's just gonna be, maybe you don't know how to do something and maybe I do. I can do a Fix It Friday, or, when I do stupid stuff like this, it's gonna definitely be a Fix It Friday. Anyway, so I'm not gonna correct the colors or anything like that. I'm just gonna show you guys basically the don'ts. All right, so we got our picture in here, right? So what I did was, I'm like, okay, so I can just go ahead and crop it, I'm like, I can just crop the picture, maybe put it right here, and that's cool. So yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, it's just gonna be like, get the Ultra key, kind of like video, and then bloop, just take it out. But either I don't know how to do that, so if that's a way, let me know, because that wasn't working out when I tried to get the, tool. This eyedropper tool, like a quick bloom and then kind of adjust it. Don't even know if that's possible. Try to look it up, couldn't find nothing. So with this one, I'm like, oh, I can do the quick selection tool. So the quick selection, basically just go down here and if you right click, you have quick selection tool and wand. So I'm like, quick selection tool, cool. You have to make sure that you click on it and everything, and then you just kind of, go like this and drag your selection. And then what you don't want, get the little minus thing, and then, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then if you come down here and just take a gander, it's like a whole back and forth thing, go back and get this, and it's like, okay, cool, get this side, and it's like, okay, things look pretty good, I can whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go over here, make a little selection, but then it's like green in the hair and it's just choppy and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, I can work with this. So I had a background, I think I deleted it, but I'm not gonna go back to download it and find what I had. So we're just gonna use a solid background. I don't know, let's just do purple. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, long story short, this is how it was. And then I'm like, I don't know how to get rid of the green in between the hair. So what I did was, and fun fact, if you click on this little button here, this will only affect the layer right underneath it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So right now we do not have it selected. So if I were to turn down the saturation, it's gonna affect the whole picture. So we'll undo that, but if I toggle it on, then it's only going to affect the layer directly underneath, if that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, I had it on and I was like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and go to the greens and get the saturation out. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I even tried to, go all the way in and get the eraser tool and make it all tiny. And I'm like, okay, okay, yeah, that's doable. No, it's horrible. Let me show you a better way. So once again, we don't need green screen for photography, but since we did, I just learned, we just need any kind of solid background, or even if you're just trying to isolate a subject, I got you. So also keep in mind, I only use Adobe products, so I don't know if it's any different on any other software, but I'm assuming it's kind of similar. And also my Photoshop is all the way up to date. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, so first you want to make sure that your layer is selected. Go back to the quick selection tool. Make sure you're on quick selection and not magic wand tool. And then at the top, just select subject. Now, when I figured this out when I was about halfway done, I was like, dang, this could have saved me so much time. But anyway, so it's gonna select what it thinks the subjects are, which in this case, it did a pretty dang good job. And then what you do is click down here to add layer mask, which is gonna select the subject. Now we still have the same problem that we did in the first place, but we just didn't have to do as much as zooming in, making sure things were selected and everything like that. So then it should already have your layer mask selected, but if it's not, just click on it, make sure it's selected. And then at the top, click where it says select and mask. And yours might be a little bit different. So I have it, the color basically just to red to see what is already cut out and everything like that. So over here, you want to click Refine Edge Brush Tool, or R. Now, if you have somebody who has like hair, like the green and the hair and everything like that, or whatever color you're trying to get rid of, this is perfect. So you're just going to go over the hair. You can make it a little bit smaller and just go around the hair like that. Get the green. I'm just going to go over this. He doesn't have much, but over here in this dread. But yeah, and then of course, if you choose to soften it, feather it, whatever. And then you want to select decontaminate colors. So that basically removes any of the little leftover green, whatever color you have in the hair. So select that, press OK, and then you still got the hair, remove the green. Now we're gonna add back the solid color, just purple again. And I mean, it looks 10 times freaking better. Now, before it was cutting off to where it didn't really look all that great with the hair, with the edges and things like that. But honestly, this looks 10 times better than it did before. So this was a more easier one. I had complicated ones where it was like, let me just show you. Okay, well, never mind. I guess it deleted. So that sucks. But anyway, no, I really did have some dang, can I not talk today? Complicated ones, freak. But I did have some complicated ones where it was like the whole family, or it was shadows with the green, and the positioning, oh my gosh, like what was I thinking? It was like I said, the green screen wasn't that big, but it was like a strip of green screen, and then someone would be off the green screen, and then it's like you can see the edges of the door like going into the kitchen or something. And so it was like I had to cut that out, and it was rough. But I will tell you, select subject in the quick selection tool can be your best freaking friend in this situation. But yeah, y'all, I mean, don't do that mistake. You don't need a freaking green screen for photography. You just need a solid background. And even if you don't, just try to make it where it's less things, where you can, if you can get maybe even just a door or a wall or something like that, just less things and you good. You don't need a green screen for photography. But all right, you guys, so that was it for our first Figure It Out Friday. Let me know if you like it, because if you cannot make the same mistake I did, I mean, you in there, you one step ahead. So get your 2020 on. But all right, y'all, do all the things, the liking, the subscribing, the commenting. Also, I got this new mic. I was gonna do an unboxing, but let me know what you think. It's a Pseudo-Tac off of Amazon. I'll link it. But yeah, let me know. It also comes with this this pop filter, but we just gonna pop it back there for now. But anyway, y'all, see you next time. I'm out.